Hi. So I want to do a book review. I have bought this book from Llewellyn, which is named Essential Guide to Natural Skincare by Helene Berton. I'm not sure how her name is supposed to be pronounced. She is French, and I have a lot of difficulty with French names. But yes. And the subtitle of the book is Choosing Botanicals, Oils, and Extracts for Simple and Healthy Beauty. This is how the book looks. This is the back of it. And this is the spine. So, yes, did I like this book? Yes, I did. It is, for my purposes, it is very, very good. I have long been interested in starting to using my essential oils and other natural products to create my own beauty. My own beauty products. And I think that it is a lot of shit we put on our bodies, which are made by the various companies who make these sort of products for a living. Not all of them, not by a long shot. There are some really, really great products out there, but not all of us have skin and so on that do very well with these artificial chemicals which is often put into beauty products. And it is nice to make it yourself, and it can also be a very nice hobby. You can make everything from lip balm to soap to shampoos, and you can make it for yourself. You can give it as gifts, and I think that would be a great thing to do. Now, for me that has not been doing this a lot. I have some experience with using essential oils, and but I've not made a lot of beauty products. This is great because it has a lot of basics. It has a lot of very simple recipes which about anyone can follow, and I like that the recipes are explained very easily. A lot of books where you have whatever they are, books when it comes to nature therapy, or it is books on cooking or whatever, have recipes which are very complex, and it is hard to get for a beginner. However, I immediately understood the recipes, and I was thinking when I was reading, I want to try this out. This is easy. I can do this. Let me just pick up these ingredients and have a go at it. And to me, when I get a book like this, that is extremely valuable. Because when I sit and think, can I really do that? This sounds very, very complicated. And of course, sometimes it's not that complicated as it sounds, but when I get that feeling, I get a barrier against trying it out, and often then the book will just be sitting there and doing no good. But if I feel that this is easy, I want to try this out, then I get to use it. So for a beginner, this is an excellent book. If you have been thinking, I really want to try to do some natural skincare, I want to try to make some natural products for my skin, hair, nails, and so on, then this is a great starting book. However, I think that the information is so basic that I don't think this book will be very useful for someone who is more experienced. So let's have a look at the content. And I must say that I don't like the indexing here. It is a bit confusing. And with a book like this, you want to be able to quickly flip to the section you need, and I feel that the index part is lacking, but since it's a relatively thin book, it is only, let us see how many pages it is, 218. The table of contents is a bit lacking. It does have an index in the back though, which makes it better. So I don't think this is a huge issue, but I don't think it's very well organized. Now, the book contains a preference, acknowledgement, and then we get to part 1, skin and hair care products. 1. Skin and hair care. The skin and hair care industry, which is of course the typical well, everything that's pre-made is evil. It's not massively whining on that part, but it has a bit of the everything you buy in a store is bad, and it isn't. Yes, like I said earlier in this video, there are definitely problems with a lot of products, and like this book says, which I completely agree with, often it is lacking when it comes to telling you what ingredients are in there. So if you want to know what you put on your body, and if you want to make sure that it is cruelty free, for example, that it hasn't been tested on animals and so on, then making it yourself is basically the only way to make sure. But there are great products that you can buy. So yeah. And then you have chapter 2, a healthy alternative for skin and hair care products. Here you have a lot of recipes, and this is basically a chapter I have a problem with, because it tells you, it lumps everything into one. The recipes, the basics on how to prepare the various ingredients, everything in one lump of a chapter, which is confusing. Then we have part 2, the ingredients. Then you have one on vegetable oils, vegetable butters, infused oils, essential oils, aromatic hydrosols, some illumifiers, and the conclusion. And you have appendixes. You have a properties index, usage index, English lexicon, Latin lexicon, and French lexicon. And yes, it has, that part is good. It has a lot of this explanations of the words, and it so you won't be left stuck with, okay, this plant is called so and so in French, what is it called in English? It will tell you that. Of course, that isn't a lot of use for me, who are Norwegian, which is often stuck with, what is this plant called in English? Because there are not a lot of stores where you can buy herbs and so on in Norway, so it usually have to be bought over the internet, which means English and American sellers who won't understand what I am talking about when I go and ask for rosmarin, which then is of course rosemary. And while that is pretty logical, there are a few which not that easily translated. But yeah, I don't have a lot of complaints with this book. I think it's great for beginners, and I'm definitely going to use it. I'm very happy that I picked it up. It is perhaps my favorite book that I picked up this month. But I think that if you are somewhat familiar with using natural various forms of natural oils and butters in beauty care, then this will just be too simple for you, and it won't add a lot of new information. Now, like I said, I've been working with essential oils, but I haven't been working with a lot of the others, like vegetable butters and so on, and the chapters on the things that I weren't familiar with is very good. It gives a basic understanding, while I could definitely see that the chapter on essential oils, it would be great for beginners, but since I have some experience with it, it didn't bring a lot of new information to the table. So yes, to sum it up, the Essential Guide to Natural Skincare is great for beginners. It is a very practical book which will get you going with actually doing these things without and not just reading about it. But it might be too basic for more advanced natural beauticians. So yeah, that is my review of The Essential Guide to Natural Skincare, Choosing Botanicals, Oils and Extracts for Simple and Healthy Beauty by Helene Berton. Berton, whatever she is called. You can see her name there, which I probably should have done from the start instead of mangling her name. And I will give this book 7 out of 10. So yes, this is a good book. Have a great day and have a continued great Easter. Blessed be.